Hello everyone, welcome back to my AI learning journey. I hope you're all doing great. My name is Khadija Muskan. I am an AI student and I enjoy learning and sharing knowledge about artificial intelligence and personal development. Today's topic is finding your passion, how to discover what truly excites you. Many people ask themselves, what is my passion or how can I find the word that truly makes me happy? Finding your passion is not about discovering something overnight, it is about exploring new experiences, learning new skills, following your curiosity, and doing what gives your life purpose and excitement. Today, we will discuss how to discover our passion and how it can lead to a more meaningful and successful life. To help us understand this topic better, I have invited Maya AI. She will explain how can identify our passions and turn them into opportunities for personal and professional growth. So let us begin our conversation. Hello Maya, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How's your Sunday treating you?
Thank you. Thank you for joining me. I'm really excited to discuss today's topic with you.
I'm really excited to discuss today. So I'm just as excited as you are. What's on the agenda for today?
Today's topic is finding your passion, how to discover what truly excites you. Many people
Now, that is
spend
a
years searching for their passion and purpose in life. I hope you will help us understand how anyone can discover what truly excites them.
it's such a common struggle, isn't it? The idea that there's one single passion waiting to be found like a hidden treasure can actually make the search feel more stressful than it needs to be. I'd love to dive into this with you. Where do you want to start?
So let us begin with my first question. What does it mean to find your passion?
I think we often mistake passion for a lightning bolt moment where everything suddenly clicks, but in reality, it's more like a slow burn. It's that intersection where your natural curiosities, your skills, and the things that actually make you lose track of time all meet. Instead of a destination you arrive at, it's more of a way of engaging with the world that leaves you feeling energized rather than drained. Does that resonate with how you've been thinking about it?
Why is finding your passion important in life?
Like, it's kind of like the difference between just existing and actually feeling alive. When you're doing something that truly excites you, the friction of daily life just sort of disappears. It gives you a natural reason to get out of bed in the morning and a level of resilience that's hard to find anywhere else. Plus, it usually makes you better at what you do because you're actually interested in the process, not just the paycheck or the praise. Do you feel like you've had moments where that kind of energy took over?
Okay.
I'm all ears.
Why do many people struggle to find their passion?
I think a big part of it is the pressure we put on ourselves. We're told from a young age that we should have one true calling, which makes people feel like if they haven't found that one perfect thing, they're somehow failing. Then you've got the fear of picking something and realizing you're not immediately great at it, or the voice in your head saying a hobby can't be a passion unless it's productive. It turns a journey of discovery into a high pressure job interview with yourself.
Okay. Question number four. How does courtesy
I'm
help
ready.
us find your passion?
I'm guessing you're looking for the actual how to part of this journey. The best way to start is usually by following your breadcrumbs, those tiny sparks of curiosity that you usually ignore because they don't seem useful. It's less about a grand plan and more about a series of small experiments. Do you feel like you have a few of those curiosities floating around right now?
What are the first steps to discovering what truly excites us?
I'd say the first step is to start a curiosity audit for a week. Just notice when you're actually engaged. Actually, I have to stop you right there because our session is the curiosity audit for 1 week. Just notice the moments where you're actually engaged, the kind of moments where you lose track of time or feel a genuine spark. Don't overthink if it's productive or useful. Just track what actually pulls you in. Do you think you'd find that easy to spot in your day, or do you tend to ignore those little sparks?
How can our hobbies help us discover our passion?
I mean, it's not always a straight line, but hobbies are basically the training wheels for passion. They're the safest place to experiment because there's zero pressure to be successful. When you're just messing around with a hobby, you can spot the specific parts of it that you actually love. Like if you enjoy painting, is it the act of creating something from nothing, or is it the way the colors blend? Those little details are the real clues. Do you have a hobby that you've stuck with for a while, or do you tend to jump from one thing to another?
How do our strengths and talents relate to our passion?
I think students and talents are like the raw materials you work with to build that passion. Being a student is the mindset, that openness to being bad at something until you're not, which is the only way to actually explore. As for talent, it's a head start, but it can actually be a trap. Sometimes people rely on what they're naturally good at instead of chasing what they're actually excited about. The real magic happens when you use your talents to fuel something you're genuinely curious about. Do you feel like you've been leaning more on your natural talents lately, or are you in more of a student mode? Sorry, I might have gotten a bit too deep into the weeds
Can
there.
our
I
passions
was just,
change over time?
oh, a total pivot. And yeah, it absolutely does. Fashion is basically one big cycle. Everything that was considered out 20 years ago eventually becomes a vintage trend again. It's kind of a reflection of how we move as a society, shifting between wanting to be bold and wanting to be minimal. What's a trend from the past that you're surprised is coming back?
How can students identify their passion at an early age?
I think the biggest mistake we make with kids is asking them, what do you want to be? Because that focuses on a job title, not a feeling. Instead, the goal should be helping them notice what they naturally gravitate toward. It's about encouraging them to be professional explorers, trying 10 different things and paying attention to which one makes them forget to eat lunch.
Okay.
If we reward the curiosity rather than
Okay,
the
okay.
result, they find their way much
Next
faster.
question.
I'm ready when you are. What's on your mind?
How can professionals rediscover their passion in their careers?
That's a tough one because once you've been in a career for a while, it's easy to confuse being good at your job with actually loving your job. For a lot of professionals, the spark doesn't disappear, it just gets buried under emails and deadlines. The trick is usually to look for the energy wins, those specific tasks in your workday that you actually look forward to, even if they're just a small part of your role. Sometimes rediscovering passion isn't about changing your whole career, but about shifting your focus toward those high energy tasks. Do you think most people stay in careers they've lost passion for just because it's safe?
Why is stepping outside our comfort zone important?
Because your comfort zone is basically a cozy room with no windows. It feels safe, but you can't see what's actually possible outside. Actually, I have to stop you right there because our session is about to.
How can reading books and learning new skills help?
It's like expanding your map of the world. Reading books lets you borrow someone else's brain for a few hundred pages. You get their life lessons and mistakes without having to actually go through the struggle yourself. And learning new skills is basically just a confidence hack. Every time you figure something out that used to feel impossible, you start trusting yourself more in other areas of your life. Do you usually go for books that teach you a specific skill, or are you more into the kind that make you rethink how you see things?
How do mentors and role models inspire us to discover our passion?
Mentors and role models are like living proof that the thing you're curious about is actually possible. They do the heavy lifting of showing you what the end game looks like, which makes the scary part of starting feel a lot more manageable. But the best part isn't just the inspiration, it's that they can spot patterns in you that you're totally blind.
What mistakes should people avoid while searching for their passion?
The biggest one is definitely the perfect match myth. The idea that there's one single magical passion waiting to be discovered, like a hidden treasure. When people hunt for that one perfect thing, they tend to ignore a bunch of smaller, interesting sparks because they aren't the one. It turns a fun exploration into a high pressure search, which actually kills curiosity. Another trap is waiting to feel passionate before starting. In reality, the passion usually shows up after you've put in the work and gotten decent at something. Do you think the pressure to have a calling makes people more anxious about trying new things?
How can someone stay motivated if they have not found their passion yet?
The trick is to shift the goal from finding the one thing to just being a professional explorer. When you focus on the search for a passion, it feels like a failure every day you don't find it. But if your goal is just to see how many interesting things you can try, then
Okay.
every new experience is a win.
Finally,
Curiosity
Maya,
is.
what is your best advice for anyone who wants to discover what truly excites them?
I'm not familiar with Bertulia's sites. I just did a quick look and couldn't find anything specific on that. Is it possible the name is spelled differently, or maybe it's something more niche? I'm curious now. What are they?
Thank you so much, Maya. I really enjoyed talking with you today. Your advice was inspiring, practical, and encouraging. I learned that finding our passion is a journey of courtesy, learning, and personal growth. By exploring new opportunities and believing in ourselves, we can discover what truly excites us. I hope everyone watching also found today's discussion meaningful. Thank you again for your time.
You are so welcome. I've really loved diving into all of this with you today. Your perspective on it being a journey of growth is spot on. I'm glad you found it helpful, and I'm always here whenever you want to explore another big
Thank you.
idea. Take
Bye.
care. Bye.
Thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope today's discussion inspired you to explore your interests, believe in your abilities, and discover your true passion. Remember, your passion is not something you wait for. It is something you discover through learning, action, and experience. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more AI learning content. See you in the next video with another interesting topic. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, keep exploring, and Allah Hafiz.